Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
By the way, Janta, in case you're in love with tech, they're Simplified with Chuck, Naren and Sriket, three good friends of mine. They want to be comedians, but turned out they're better with tech. So this is it, Simplified. It's just for you. Alright, please note that the language and ideas presented on the show might not be suitable for everyone. If you're under 18, make sure your mom isn't around. If you're over 80, why is your mom around?
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Yes, on Cyrus Says, we're going to meet a guy called Jason Arland, stylist and choreographer, who I'm going to dress up because some guys think they know everything about style. But once they meet me, things will change. Jason Arland, a man, a dress, a uniform.
Why follow your auntie's advice when you can follow Cyrus Says on Facebook and Twitter to stay updated about the latest shows?
Okay, Cyrus Says is the name of the show, and I've got another peculiar habit which I want to get rid of, not just in India, worldwide, and that's hugging. I'm totally disappointed with the whole hug concept because I'll tell you why. You need two people to enjoy the hug, and it never is so. Either one person wants the hug badly and the other one doesn't want it at all, or one of the vice versa. The point being, it's never equal. It's like love. So I think if you really hug each other because you hug each other equally, then fine, hug each other. But if you hug each other because you hug each other less equally, then one is being forced to hug and one is overstating his hug. So please, let's avoid the hug. It's gone. It's like the mammoth. It's extinct now. No need to hug. Just SMS, email, stay in touch. Forget hugging. It's called Cyrus Says.
And that's what Cyrus says.
All right, Jason talking in before the show starts. You could hear that. That was just an audio check we were doing, Jason. Welcome to the show. My name is Cyrus. The show is called Cyrus Says. The fault of this name is not mine. My parents called me Cyrus, and the show was devised by Naveen and a guy called Amit. Okay? I just want to sit on a beach, lie down, and do nothing. Jason, let me introduce you. Jason Arland, stylist, and as we say in the Marathi-speaking areas, choreographer. You are a choreographer.
I'm not really.
Okay, listen, you need to talk louder than this because this is a 4-hour, 15-minute show.
I don't know.
I want you to act like you're in a tunnel and screaming for help. No sexual innuendo, just normal tunnel. All right.
That was easy.
Jason, 21-year-old, which means you're young enough to be my son. You probably are. I've been to Nagpur 4 times in my life and I just do the maths. And yes, 2001 was one of them, which means he's 15. So you're off the hook. Okay, you're a stylist, you're a model, you're a makeup artist, which is very interesting. Generally, a model and makeup artist go together but never the same person. You're a stylist as well. You're making waves in the glamour industry by challenging the gender binaries when it comes to fashion and makeup. What is this word binary? Why such big words? Who does the research? 4 hours later, Jason, take your time. It's not one of those shows where we have to talk.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really about research. It's something that I got realized. It's like realization. And it had nothing to do with... It was basically, I'm a boy and I've been wearing makeup for the longest time, and it's been like a war.
I agree with you. Indian men are ugly. Let's face it.
Yeah.
And if we don't put makeup on, I think this is the reason why people don't stay in India. They come here, they invade, and then after something they want to run away. It's
exactly.
us. It's us Indian men. We need to wear makeup. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I totally accept
it's a say, like if a girl is ugly, it's easy for her, she can pull on makeup. If a guy is ugly in India, there's nothing you can do about it.
And between you and me, aesthetically speaking, I may be wrong. I'm sure your aesthetics are better than mine. But I feel Indian women are better looking than Indian men generally. At least up to a point. Then when they turn 40 and their arms start becoming bigger than mine, then that all happens. But that's genetics. Coming back to the men, I don't know why we make a big deal about makeup. Use of makeup. Why is it frowned on? I think we should use it.
Yeah, we should. I mean, I'm glad that you're saying that, and I'm sure because even you've been wearing makeup.
I have mirrors, Jason Arland. I have mirrors. So hence I know I need makeup.
Yeah, but not just that. I mean, I don't really think. I'm not promoting makeup, and I don't say that you should use makeup because I'm a makeup artist. I say that and I stand and I believe in it because I love doing makeup. And it's not about you being less confident.
So you want to do makeup on all the different men of the world in India? There's like 5.2 crore people.
No. I just want them to be okay with someone else wearing makeup being a man.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, I mean, basically...
That's Disco Jaisa philosophy, to each his own. I talk about the fact that we're all bloody ugly and need a little makeup.
I really believe in that, but I don't believe that you're ugly is why you need makeup.
Hugely
if you're
ugly.
ugly...
Let's call it out. They're all ugly.
Okay. No.
Name me 5. Name 5 Indian men, I'll tell you how ugly they are.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. But no, I get your point. So you're saying you are fascinated by the world of makeup. You come from there is something you all obviously liked. We'll go back and we'll look at your life and all that in a second. But I just want to ask you one thing. Is there are two types of issues here. One is there's a type of male, perhaps middle class male, who frowns upon the whole idea of makeup, who has issues with men who wear makeup, who has issues with men with different sexual orientation, etc. Okay, that's one side of the thing. That's a whole mindset thing. I think that's a little more difficult to, you're less macho because you have makeup, or people laugh at me. Sometimes I do a TV show and then I go take my dog to the Oval and I don't have time to take off makeup. So, some people point out because it's heavy makeup sometimes as I age, and they look at it and they think I'm some sort of freak
It's
show.
not the age, it's the wrong technique. You need to change your makeup artist and call me.
No, poor Ivan, he's got a young son now. This is all he's got, I mean, he's got the talent of a squirrel, but fair enough. I can't get rid of him. It's an emotional thing.
I like you, I have nothing against you.
Yeah, Ivan, sweet guy. So that's one point, which is, this whole, again, it's going to take a long time to get people to change their mindsets. The other thing is, what role does makeup play? Which is a more practical question. So what role should makeup play? Because you talk about the metrosexual, we look at the urban Indian today, or the urban person. Let's look at the global world. And men are as into their look, and whether you're a banker or you come here to work in the sound business or Hollywood or Bollywood or whatever, men are taking their look very seriously.
Exactly.
As you are. People can't see you, but you're 21 and you're totally, decked up. You worked on your look. I look like a guy who left the RSS with the wrong shirt.
That's not
That's
true.
fair.
I mean, I'm
you're
sure.
from Nagpur, so you understand.
Yeah, I mean, for me, okay, let me just put it this way. Today I wear clothes in the best brands and wear makeup, and most of the time I don't allow people to touch my face because you're comfortable
unless
touching your own face.
they're punching you. In which case, you haven't really said yes. Yeah.
So no, about the first question, like men who believe that men can't wear makeup, I also believe it's the upbringing.
Or look down
upon. I think it's the upbringing. My parents gave me a really great upbringing. It's the education is also that matters, and it's not about the education of makeup or education of fashion. It's about a good education to look up to everybody in this planet and this world as equal people, and that's something is really important. And I might sound preachy when I say something like that.
Please preach.
But it's just about I think it's not. I don't want to say that it's problem in India or problem with Indian men. It's particularly about how you've been born and brought up. And if you're born and brought up in a society which teaches you that as a man, you need to do certain things.
Stereotypes are so strong and stupid.
Exactly. That's the only gender which has a problem.
My wife drives a car all the time. One day one of my pals says, why does your wife drive you everywhere? Like, makes me a wimp or something.
Exactly.
I'm saying, okay, if you think I'm a wimp, I'm happy with that because what's wrong with being a wimp?
Yeah.
And secondly, why can't my wife drive the car? How does it emasculate her or make me more effete or vice versa? And even if it does, how does it bother you? So, it's amazing.
Being effeminate is a problem in India. I know men who are feminine and they do it really well, and it's nothing unhealthy about it. It's good.
But aren't we all a mix of everything?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's so
everyone
weird.
has effeminate moments and masculine moments.
I mean,
I've seen some women with hugely testosterone charged sort of body language issues. This woman gave me the finger the other day driving at Hajeli. My car sort of cut her. Okay, I cut her badly, and she really gave it to me. A volley of abuse and a finger, and it was like a redneck from Donald Trump land. It's amazing, the kind of. So my point being that I think we need to get over these stereotypes.
We need to. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I do have a vision and faith that I will, before I die, I will see. So I'm 21. I'm sure I'm going to live for a really long time, and I'm going to see this happening.
Well, Buddy Holly made it to 22. The day we're recording is when the music died, when the big three died in a plane crash. Why do you bring this up, Jason?
I don't know.
A pleasant conversation. You want to talk about death?
No, I don't want to talk about death.
I do. I'm kidding. Well, I'm closer.
Second point. So, what makeup? What are my point of views about makeup? What makeup is to me? It's not about changing.
But not just makeup. I'm saying the whole look here, which includes makeup. Makeup is essential.
Yeah, makeup is one of the part of it. For example, we know this whole time that came when men were also equally enthusiastic when it came to doing the hair. We were busy styling our hair, and we were spending equal amount of time as much as any woman would be doing in front of a mirror.
I'm told even more.
Yeah. And so
when it comes to narcissism and vanity, we cannot be left behind. How dare they think we are left
I believe why not just finish the whole look then?
Yeah.
I mean, go down a bit on your face and just...
There you go, Jason. Always the naughty boy.
I am.
On the right podcast.
On the right podcast. So I'm just saying that you need to go down, finish the whole look. I mean, complete it. Stop being incomplete. And the problem here is that people think that you wear makeup in India because for two things. One, for attention, or you are uncomfortable in your skin. self-expression is something we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Because that sounds fake.
Also, now I'm going to bring another spanner into the works here, which is equality. Okay, now let's look at equality from all sides. If you're looking at, men and women, if you just take away the gender bias for a minute and put us all in one pool, why can't men wear makeup and yet, be whatever they want to be? I'm just putting it out there because I find it quite amazing that people are just so stuck in ruts that, men have to be this way and women have to be that way. Women wear jeans, men wear jeans. Women wear makeup, why can't men wear makeup? How does it change anything? If you want to, by choice.
No, yeah, I want to. This is one of my...
It doesn't mean you have to start putting on your makeup right now. I'm just saying.
I have enough on my face.
Apparently, yes.
But then, I will be putting on you, for sure.
Apparently, yeah. As long as it can come off easily, because I'm very lazy. I never take off makeup. Worse, when they put gum on my face and ask me why, I don't take that off. So sometimes it sticks to the pillow. When I when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, pillow stuck to my face. Try brushing your teeth when you look like Princess Leia, the early days. Sorry, God bless her, she's dead now. Well, the actress is.
Yeah.
She lives on forever. For another 5 million Star Wars we'll be stuck with. Jason, interrupt me or I'll keep talking.
Yes.
I want to go into your life. For a second. You're a very interesting person. We try to get very interesting people, and the word interesting is misplaced a lot. But you are, because you're bucking the trend, you're doing your own thing, you're finding your own way, and you're almost an all-rounder, which is rare. I'm trying to think of a parallel, because I've been in this business for about 20 years, unsuccessfully, and I cannot think of someone who's like a, what shall we say, Ian Botham, Kapil Dev sort of all-rounder figure, who's a stylist, a model, a makeup artist, and a visualizer of sorts. It's either one or the other. You have to specialize or you're thrown out. So we'll get into that, but first let's go a little bit into your beginning. Background, you're from Nagpur, where the RSS started. Right. And so you didn't join for some reason, and you decided to rebel. Do you know Anup Dhote, my good friend?
No.
Nagpur?
Why do people believe that everybody knows everyone in
Nagpur? Because the moment you go out of Mumbai, everything is a small town, and you got to know everybody there.
True.
And if you don't, how dare you?
Well, people
that's our
do
thinking.
know me in Nagpur, but I don't know all.
I'm sure they all know you by now.
Yeah.
So you don't know my good friend Anup?
No.
It's a big family there.
Never been good to me.
Oh, yeah? Not that good, that's for sure. All right, so let's go back to... so how did you... Give us a little bit about your background. What were the parents like, and what were you perhaps supposed to do, and how did you land up in the creative arts?
Well, I come from a really, really creative background, and into music especially. My dad had his own band. He's been a musician, lead guitarist. My mum is a singer. My entire family is into music.
Wow. Are you a singer?
Yes. I'm doing a show on the 10th. You can come out.
You're performing?
I do gigs around Bombay. I'm a dancer and a singer first, and then
you didn't mention all that. Let me add that, ladies and gentlemen. I stand corrected. Jason Arland is a stylist, model, makeup artist, as well as a singer, dancer, lead guitarist.
No,
that's my dad. But you play some instrument and don't say organ. Huh?
No, I don't.
Oh, excellent. Didn't go for that one. See, I can give you a nice opening there.
I play with makeup.
Okay. So, and you have a gig coming up as well.
Yeah, I do gigs around Bombay.
So let's segue for a second. What kind of music are you into?
I am into pop and blues.
But you do covers, rega or reggae?
I call it rega for some reason.
You mix it up or something?
Yeah.
So what is rega?
You need to come for my show.
Oh, is it? Or somewhere in Jabalpur, that's what they call reggae. I don't know.
No. You call it reggae here. There's something
the Jamaican accent?
No, so I don't want to say this, but I call it rega because I ended up finding a band in Khar Danda in Achol. And these were the rickshawalas who play music. And because they were calling it rega, I didn't want to correct them.
Oh, excellent. So, that's a nice story.
Yeah, so basically, they're amazing, and they're great musicians, and I sing for them.
You be Chalis, something like that.
Mm-hmm. But no, there's nothing fusion. They're quite authentic to what they do.
These are rickshawalas who are into Bob Marley, in a way.
Yeah, and Elvis Presley.
And Elvis Presley. Excellent. I'm a big Elvis fan.
I was actually jogging in the morning.
I'm a huge Elvis fan.
Yeah, so
don't mention Elvis, because I'll test you.
No.
Sing Indescribably Blue right now to prove.
I'm not Elvis fan.
My friends all ask me. Take the next line.
I'm going to really like you if you're going to sing the song called Falling in Love with You.
Can't help falling in love. Mm-hmm. That's too overdone.
I like that song.
Wise men.
Oh, it's the best show ever.
Come on, sing. Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. We harmonized. Not bad.
We need to.
I should join this rickshaw gang. Is there space for one more in the rickshaw? Let's get back to your life, brother.
So Dad is a musician. I've always been on stage. I was representing Latin ballroom.
What's it like in Nagpur? I don't want to sound condescending.
It's
we always
amazing.
ask it wrong.
It's beautiful.
But, no, what was it like growing up in Nagpur? In the sense that you're saying you're from the performing arts and all that. So I'm just trying to get an idea.
It was great.
What were gigs like? What did Dad like? Where would he perform, for example?
Oh, he used to perform in this place called Lahori, which was an underground pub. And
underground pub?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Nagpur, it has everything. Yeah. You need to
like I said, I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm just
find
asking,
the right people.
I'm asking like a guy on Google.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
It's everything that you want. We club, we party. Lifestyle is pretty much like
Wait,
Pune.
let me write. Note to self, moving to Nagpur, more fun plus underground. And they sing Elvis.
And now you have Mihan happening in Nagpur, which is the biggest project, and you have more things coming up. So, yeah, pretty proud about the city that I come from. Art is something that's really appreciated, and it's weird that when I step out of Nagpur, I realize that the difference between gender and the stuff that you do are judged. When I was in Nagpur, we have a lot of boys who perform Launi. We have a lot of boys who they've been appreciated for doing what they like to do, and that city in itself celebrates art to a huge extent, and nobody would stop you for doing or being who you are.
You found this to be a more conservative town?
Yes.
Mumbai?
Yes.
What are you saying, brother?
Yes.
What's wrong with you, Mumbai?
Exactly.
When did that happen?
I really say this because my first day in Bombay is when me dressing up the way I am ended up making me look like a hooker.
Okay, now see, I'm not the right person to judge because I got no sense of aesthetics when it comes to dress.
So, and I'm not saying that this is...
Were you a cheap hooker? That's the question.
That was a really expensive hooker.
No, it's okay. Expensive hooker is fine.
No.
Expensive hooker could be lawyer, banker, doctor.
Yeah, the point is that I think because you have fashion or people from media everywhere in Bombay, the people don't really know how to differentiate between them now.
Really?
Because everyone... I think it's also social media. We all become to be our own celebrities in our own world. And we get to be our superstars in our own world in today's. So what really is going on, everyone is equal. No one is different. I mean, there would be a person or a blogger who'll have way more followers than an actor or an actress might have. They have a better fan following. It's because of the work they do and they appreciate it. But these are the same bloggers who can't walk in the middle of the street because people don't understand them. People only on social media understand them. And it's really...
So you find your niche, you're saying, thanks to the internet.
Thanks to the internet, yeah. You get appreciated because there are people who look up to you, but people around you don't really appreciate you for who you are.
So it's good. There's some solidarity people can find. Only I don't have any friends. Just can you quickly tell us what you're wearing now that you mentioned it?
I'm wearing Anam. This is a brand...
But could you also describe it? Because this is audio and I'm having trouble describing it.
So no, Anam believes in... their message is let love happen. And so I'm wearing like... plazos, but...
So the pants are what?
They're plazos.
Plazos.
Yeah.
Please go slowly like you're talking to a 5-year-old. Plazos. This is not some army invention from the 40s. This is actual pants, but they're different. I'm not good with this, so please help me, like an infant.
So basically everything that I'm wearing is pretty metrosexual.
Yeah, but this aprony thing that you're wearing, what is that? That seems... I've never seen something like that.
It's called an apron.
But it's not really an apron.
It's an
apron. It's apronish.
It's apronish. It's like it was supposed to be a dungaree.
So it's like a utility outfit.
Basically, it's
sort of mechanic meets scientist or, I don't know, farmer.
The easiest way to say it, but then this word comes with a lot of baggage.
Please do. I love that. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But then this has nothing to do with who I am in real life. So... androgyny is the only way you can actually go out and tell people.
Androgyny is both...
No, androgyny has different meanings.
Okay.
They have a lot of meaning. It depends.
Hurry up, I'm getting bored. You get to the point.
Yeah,
what's androgyny?
For me, fashion is androgyny. I mean, I am an
androgynous. Which means what? Baba, you're making it more complicated.
Oh, you want me
We're trying to sell the product here. For God's sake, my listeners are 7. Some of them have only 1 year. Some of them don't even listen to the whole podcast. They shoot themselves in the face halfway through.
All right. So,
and today, many of them will.
Yeah, so no, basically, androgyny is when you don't believe in... You believe in equality in a way. Mm-hmm. And you don't believe that you need... When you dress up...
It's not defined.
You are not defined. You can do... You can
so you're the fluid state.
Yeah, gender fluid, basically.
No label, no masculine, no feminine, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, actually,
when it comes to dressing.
I think that's correct, because this is a tough one to put a label to in any case.
Yeah.
And it's not really an apron. That's just because I'm limited with my my scope. And the whole, it's slightly army-like, the shirt underneath. What is?
No, it's like a leotard. It's, I don't know how to explain this now to you.
Okay, but it's... Can I tell you what I think? And please don't take offense.
Love that.
It looks like one of the musketeer shirts from Alexander Dumas novel, mixed with army fatigues, but in white, from a South American pop dictator, Evita, that generation.
I'm not going to take an offense. I think the designer might.
No, but this is my layman eyes. I'm just trying to put it together.
Yeah, but...
Because these are definitely, one thing, you're very individualistic and it stands out.
Yeah.
No, it's wasted on natives like me because,
No.
For me...
So that's the point about makeup and fashion. We don't do it to make someone else happy. We do it for us.
Fair enough. I think...
and that's how it should be.
That's why I don't grow facial hair. And also the fact that I grow nose hair and nasal hair, so I don't need facial hair because one is not taking over the other.
TMI.
There you go, you're 21, you won't understand all this. You've got a earring in your nose by mistake.
It just happened. I woke up like...
Does that hurt?
No.
Even when you sneeze?
No.
Christ, you're a tough guy. We'll take a break, we'll come back. His name is Jason Arland. He sets his own path.
Did you know that some termites in Africa have a pleasantly minty flavor?
Did you know that India's largest music festival was in a way conceptualized in Estonia?
Did you know that the awesomest chips in the world are found only inside US prisons?
Hello, I'm Chuck.
I'm Shriketh.
And I'm Naren.
And together we are
Simplified,
a podcast that helps you appear smarter to an audience that knows no different.
Or give you some stuff to talk about at parties.
We are ultra-crepidarians.
And if you don't know what that means,
Then tune into Simplified with a B on iTunes, Audio Boom, or your favorite podcasting app. Episodes out every fortnight.
Yeah, back here with Jason Arland. Very interesting surname, Arland. Is it like short for Ireland or something? Where did that come from?
It has an alternative one when people from local Bombay call it, so I don't want to put that.
Oh, that's disgusting. You think my mind would not go into the gutter? Come on.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
why
the
did you come up
disgusting
with
part that you
I'm
didn't think that I would
disappointed,
think. He didn't think that I would think that way.
Yeah.
Come on. How dare he? How dare he think of me as
why?
sophisticated?
Yeah.
You moron. Okay, I'm kidding, bro. Listen, so you were. Let's quickly get to your career now. We've forget the phrase, but we've beaten around the bush a lot.
Yeah.
So you studied fashion NIFD. Where?
Nagpur.
In Nagpur. And before you did that, you were singing and dancing. So when did you decide to make the leap towards this fashion business, which is a totally whole different thing, let's face it?
Yeah, so all the doctors and lawyers in my house. And we're very academic when it comes to career. At the same time, when we are artists, we believe in being really academic. And my mum is a teacher, so you know what the environment in the house is,
Fair enough.
studies and all of that. So I also wanted to take medical as a subject, which never happened because my father walked up to me and said, "You will be the worst doctor if you've ever come up in."
And you wear the most outlandish clothes, which might upset the patient.
Yeah,
Doctor, I've got a heart problem. But the doctor's climbing on a tightrope somewhere in the middle of Marine Drive. Yeah.
So that's exactly what would have happened.
So you moved to NIFD.
I moved to NIFD.
sorry,
Fashion just happened because I used to always...
Were you good at that? As a boy,
It
did
came
you know
the
that?
easiest.
Were you known to be the snappy dresser, the guy who'd clean up people's looks in the neighborhood?
I was the gawkiest kid, like I would say.
But then where's the fashion potential coming from?
I don't know. Till I walked in the classroom, I felt like I don't belong here, to be very honest.
Right. What did you wear growing up? Normal, like shirt, pant? You never had anything... You weren't the guy who's, everybody looked at and said, look at this guy, he's wearing this or that.
I was made fun about my skin color, to my size, to my body, to the way I put
skin
oil in
color,
my hair.
size and body are the same thing. Anyway, go on.
Really?
Yeah.
So no, it was
you should
like...
told them to wrap it up in one package for you. Let's go on and on for hours.
But it's not from one particular person, that's the problem. It comes from a set of people.
And now you dress those guys. Dress them badly.
No. I make sure that they don't get any of my tips.
Okay.
But I'm kidding.
No, so what I'm saying is, so you were known as the fashionista in your colony, in your area.
It was shocking for them when it happened. It's not that I became a
What were you known as, a
kid.
singer? You were known as a musical family?
A dancer. A boy is into extracurricular activities and is good in studies and a Catholic boy.
Did you play sports?
No.
What kind of Catholic boy are you? Get out.
I know, right? I'm not a Catholic boy. I can sing someone else 69 and then play football and then be on the couch.
Even the songs have to have double meaning.
Yeah.
Come on.
So
But you were a dancer, so you were known more as a guy who could dance and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was that kid who was only good on stage. So that 30 minutes and 30 seconds that you would see me, I was a star.
Okay.
When I come back, people were like...
Did you win dancing competitions?
I did. Like I said, I was working for the world stage.
Right.
And we actually performed for World Cups.
Really?
Yeah, for Latin ballroom, for different congresses around the world.
So you had proper dance training,
I did
not just
workshops in
freelance
Bombay
stuff.
as well, yes.
Oh, so you're like a Latin expert, is it?
Yeah.
You can do the samba and the salsa.
Yeah, and the bachata.
I can do the salsa, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh.
And if I have 2 drinks, I can do any bloody South American dance. Any bloody South American dance. All right, let's get back to you. Sorry, Jason. So no idea about fashion till you enter NIFT.
Till I entered NIFT.
Then your life changes.
Yeah, and when I started doing garments, that's when I realized that garments is something that I'm not interested in. I mean, I only had a vision of what I want to wear, but I'd never had this creative vision about what I can make for you or somebody else, because I was just creative when it came to me. I was very selfish. And then makeup was something that always was around me. My mum is a beautiful, like, she puts makeup, and I think because I grew up around her, since I was a child I've been wearing makeup, because you have to wear makeup when you're on stage, that pan stick and water and spraying on your face and all of that. So that's a little that I knew, but because I was really insecure.
But touching faces, I always think, with due respect, why would you want to do that? I understand the makeup part, to make yourself look good or friends look good or something, but when you're working with complete strangers, sometimes the guy's a buffoon.
That's why you have
ever put your finger in the eye purposely? I think some makeup guys do that, because I talk a lot, for example. It's happened too often with me.
Okay, we need to work together.
Because it's another thing you guys do. I'm just telling me, correct me if I'm wrong.
I might make you feel like a bad person.
No, but listen to me, because I've been subjugated to humiliation by makeup people, and I've still, I'm not taking it out on you. I'm being nice.
We have the luxury to do that. We can make you
makeup
feel
guys
like
are
really
bullies.
ugly.
They're bullies. Forget that part. I don't care.
We're actual bullies,
I have no
to be honest.
self-esteem, so they can't hurt me. What happens is, they always say shut your eyes, and then they count to 5. So what happens is nothing happens before they spray, and then you open your eyes and they spray. They always catch me with my eyes open.
Spray, so that's
okay,
something
stop
that
it. Can you have a conversation without being sexual? What kind of man is this?
No!
See, I was 21 once
I'm trying to tell you that you really need a new makeup artist, and I'm trying to tell you that you need me.
I can't get rid of Ivan. He's like family. I can't.
Yeah, okay, then
he's the worst ever. The worst ever. I swear to you, it can't be worse.
So spraying water on your face is the worst technique, by the way.
He always begins the morning with spraying water on my face, and
every time
he says "Aanke band karo," and then I count to 5, and I open to see if he started, and that's when he hits me. He does it purposely. He hates me. That man,
probably.
He's a more make-out artist.
Yeah, so I had my YouTube channel. A friend of mine, because I used to do makeup on my face,
right?
Because I had to go to fashion school and make fit in, basically. I was this boy who used to wear my pants over my belly button,
right?
And back then it was not a style statement. So my sister and my mother used to pull my pants and be like, low waist ka zamana hai. And then I used to walk outside.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
And then my parents are the one who made sure that I have a proper haircut. Otherwise I was like, give me a mushroom cut, I'm happy.
Can you sing Beauty School Dropout?
No.
Have you seen Grease?
No.
What kind of musician family are you and you don't know Grease?
Sing for me.
Beauty School Dropout. Okay. You don't know Beauty School Dropout?
No.
Go back to your mom and dad. Ask them to play Beauty School Dropout for you.
All right.
Because that's all about a girl who's got this whole problem with whether she should go to beauty school or not. It's a little bit. There might be something that you can identify with in
maybe.
That. Yeah.
So yeah, and later on when my makeup skills, because I started watching YouTube and I learned.
The ultimate teacher.
Yeah. I've self-taught. I've never went to a classroom and studied makeup, and I also want to tell you that I'm colorblind.
Are you really?
I am.
Is he actually colorblind or is he just saying
no,
colorblind?
I am colorblind.
No, colorblind as in metaphorically, or you're actually colorblind?
Colorblind.
So you don't know I have orange hair? Got you.
I don't know what color t-shirt you're wearing at the moment.
It's red.
Yeah, but it looks orange to me.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. So it's not just one color.
You sound like you're with the government.
It's with colors. So basically, I only understand black and white and grey and black, and that's the only colors that I wear, basically.
That is true. Okay, that's a good place to be.
Those are the only colors that I wear.
Very interesting. Why did you tell me this earlier? I've been asking you all kinds of color questions.
Yeah. So, but makeup comes so natural that when I see a color palette, I'm doing someone's face, I actually end up doing the exact thing what they actually want. And I don't know how
wouldn't that be the secret is to get the thing right for the client, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to quickly ask you about Bo Shringar. What is Bo Shringar?
It's a new movement and a brand that I'm releasing. It's about men who can wear makeup. And men who can wear clothes, which basically make
is this more about people being proud of who they are and sort of wearing makeup proudly, or is it about just understanding the value of makeup?
Both.
I'm confused.
Both. It's helping both the
to
categories.
Be proud of who you are and where you come from, and not to be ashamed.
Yeah.
And do your thing.
No, it's not just about not to be ashamed. It's about people around the world not to shame them or not to bully them. Or I don't say accept or be okay, because I would say that let them be. And let you be you, let them be.
You're aiming low for now.
I'm aiming low for now. Because I know at that moment people won't take me seriously. When they will take me seriously, I will aim higher.
But you don't think the bullying and all is less now in this generation than it was before?
What?
No? I don't know. Okay. Maybe this is a naive question.
I mean, it's no more like 10 people running behind you. It's normal like
but
that.
I'm saying
but
in
it's
schools
worse.
across the world, with the internet and the advent of people of fluid genders and all that, isn't it not as bad as it was, say, in my generation, when they pick on a guy because they think he's a little girlish and all that? I thought all that is like more or less, far less.
I've been bullied, of course, because I was this kid who used to wear makeup even in school. Because there were times when...
Wise choice when you're 14 in a boys' school. But
I was wearing even... I think not just from before that. I think when I was 12, I had a compact in my bag. So love for makeup was long.
Wow.
It's like we're
I had a radio.
So yeah,
I should have been a mechanic.
I will forget my compass box, but I will forget my compact and my mascara for sure.
Well, it's circular, so you can do something with it.
Yeah, and the best part is
So were you pushed around?
I wasn't pushed around, but then of course it was like, what the hell? I mean, what is this boy up to?
No, but they make fun of you in a fun way. Sometimes people have their own identity, and you enjoy it.
It's weird how my principal took my compact away from me and never gave it
himself.
back. I don't know what he did with it, but he never gave it back, and I was like, "What are you gonna do with it?"
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even know how to use it. Point number one. So second, you're not gonna wear it on the sermon.
But you know what a compact? Don't get religion into this, boy.
It's not religion. It's
so
just ritual.
did you know what a compact was?
I'm sure, yeah, because kids do extracurricular activities, and then there are teachers who are putting makeup
When
on
you do
kids.
plays and stuff.
Yeah. So, but I used to rub compact on my face left, right, and center, and I used to
But
be
did
on
the
school
boys
on
pick
point.
on you?
Yeah, I mean, but then most of them are really interested to know what's going on.
So they pick on you, but that's all a pretense. They actually want to be you. As you find out, you scratch the surface.
That's what I say.
And the bully is actually more fascinated with you than you think.
Yeah, so people laugh at you, then they want to be you. Is the
Well,
thing.
not with me. They laugh at me and they continue to laugh at me. Nothing
Come on,
has
Cyrus,
changed.
all want to be you.
I just hope they wear makeup now. Damn, hit them all. Yeah, so you were good at studies, by the way. So the research says you didn't go to medical school, then you came to Mumbai. So what was your plan?
I got a call from somebody from the industry, and I was doing YouTube back then. And I didn't have subscribers because I hardly had like 4 videos, and that was it. And I was doing makeup for college kids back then. So I was a boy, I did not have models. I used to keep my camera and I used to do makeup on my face, like all the YouTubers. And someone really important saw, and I had an approach, and I came to Bombay. And I had to go back because things didn't work out. But that's what I said in one of the interviews. Even those 2 days, Bombay felt like home. And I ended up coming back. And right from the scratch from down, I ended up joining a makeup company.
Which one?
Kryolan.
Who runs that?
Mrs. Sena, she's a German. It's a German brand.
Not that Virginia from... I know one makeup company.
No. Kryolan is a German brand.
Sorry, I forget names.
It's
now.
from Germany, and the only
Kryolan.
Kryolan.
Okay, excellent. So you still work with them?
No. I did 6 months in Kryolan, and then I realized I need to reach out because every time I had a walk-in customer, I literally started from the scratch. So from cleaning the floor to cleaning the products to learning and studying products to being able to use them and learn.
So you took the customers away from Kryolan? You took the customers away from Kryolan?
I did.
So what you're saying is you found the only honest people left in the world, the Germans, let's face it. The only straightforward people left in the bloody world.
My brother-in-law is a German,
and
by
you
the
fooled
way.
them all.
Brother-in-law
You
is
fooled the
German.
one race that's straight up with you.
No.
We have one race left in the whole world.
I would say they helped me grow as a person, and they made me realize that I need to go. In fact, my managers were the ones who told me, you need to get out of here and reach out to the world.
So you were
because you
basically
have a
bigger
different
than,
vision.
you grew too big for that, well, I won't call it a small company, but you grew too big for the company very quickly. But where are you now? Because there's so many things that you do, I'm a little confused.
I'm a freelancer makeup artist. I make sure that celebrities...
That brings the money in.
That brings the money in.
And it's getting you a lot of name because you're teaming up with big names.
No, that did not really didn't give me
Have
the
you done
identity.
Priyanka Chopra's makeup?
No.
Have you?
I don't believe I love Priyanka Chopra.
Have you done Arnab, what's his surname, Goswami's makeup?
I've done a lot of commercials.
Okay, so you unknown models who are very pretty. That's also something, brother. Don't worry.
So what really happened was that I don't believe that you need to do a superstar's makeup, and that's when you get to be a great makeup artist.
And you also get stuck then.
It's not about being stuck. I'm not the kind of person who's going to get stuck to somebody. I just
What
believe...
about the modeling?
Modeling happened... because I never had a model around to show my work, so I used to do makeup on my face and click and put pictures out. From there, it was like, oh my god, you have a pretty face, you have a pretty voice, you dance really well. Like, people...
But then they'll tell you what to wear. And Jason Arland does not compromise on his clothes.
I don't. I decide what I wear.
So what happens when they tell you what to wear?
How
can you model?
Sorry, I don't do runways.
You don't do runways?
No.
So
I
what
do
have you
editorials.
modeled? Okay.
And apart from that, now from modeling, social media has been calling me as a fashion icon. I don't like that word. But it's basically, I try to dress up. I never had clothes. I used to go to Hill Road and buy a bunch of clothes and wear whatever I wanted to. It looked great. And people were like, what are you wearing? And who are you wearing? And I was like, Hill Road?
Can I tell you a simple thing you can do when you don't have clothes? This is what I used to do when I was young. Go to a club, any club, or hell club for that matter, and go to the place where they're changing and just randomly pick up strangers' clothes and just walk out. Nobody knows whose clothes are whose. It's
Cyrus,
the
have
easiest
we
thing to do.
met? Fittings.
This is your problem. Your finesse, your interest in getting it right. Just get the damn clothes.
So no, I wear clothes that make me happy, and I think I looked like I'm happy and I'm having the best time of my life, and I was. That's when people were interested to know more about me, and they loved what I started doing, because I was not doing it to prove a point or to look better than somebody or try to copy somebody. I was just busy being me.
Okay, last question before we go into the AMAs. Jason Arland is what today? What are you exactly? Are you a stylist, a choreographer? I know modeling was in between. Where do you see yourself? Who are you? Who is Jason Arland? Take half an hour to answer this question.
No, I love. No one has ever asked me that question.
It's a terrible question to ask. Who are you? I get very scared if somebody asks me. I get rattled.
I am the same Jason. I'm the same kid who came from Nagpur. Nothing has changed.
But do you see yourself as a choreographer? Or do you see yourself as a stylist? Do you see yourself now as the fashion business is picked up?
I see myself as someone who's going to inspire a lot of people and help.
Okay.
A lot of youth. I think that I have that.
So you don't
voice.
like labels, basically.
I don't like.
You want to be
labels.
fluid everywhere: work,
Yes.
personal life, everything else.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think labels should be there in today's world and where we are heading.
I only hate one label, uncle. Can't bear that. Anyone who calls me uncle, I always punch the lady who says that. I don't like to punch men because they may be stronger than me. So for me, it's always a message about equality.
Yeah. So that's it. I want to influence as much as I want to learn. I'm a learner and I'm going to influence. That's it. That's just about me. And I'm a simple boy and I have no tantrums.
Yeah, you seem pretty okay, Jason. In fact, you're going to get conveyance for this show because that's all we pay our guests. So do you live close by?
I do.
All right. So $10 should suffice.
Ooh.
There you go. You're with the lowest
What
medium.
about
Your career can only go up from here. Let me warn you. Okay. Listen, stay where you are. A pleasure talking to you. All the best. I'm sure you're going to do well. But we've got an EMA section.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big man called Amit Doshi who comes in and chats, just generally.
Okay.
3-4 questions. Throw it at you. Let's see what you do.
All right.
EMA.
If you have any questions for Cyrus, write to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or you can send an email to whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
All right, Jason, please say hello to Amit. Amit
Hi,
is
Amit, how are you?
he's the most knowledgeable man in the world. He invented Google, then he sold it for 4 rupees.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can see my knowledge, right?
Yeah.
4 rupees, I had like a good sense
I
of what
told
the
him he'd have got
valuation-
5. Hold on, man. Come on, what's up?
All right, so we got a question from Soumya. What are Kunal Vijaykar's future plans with stand-up comedy? Does he want to pursue it big time or continue with advertising?
Okay, Kunal is not a stand-up comic.
That's what
Let
I'm
me
thinking.
be very clear. He's not even an anchor.
He's not
He
even
hates
in
people.
advertising anymore.
He's like Larry David, who was a terrible stand-up comedian.
Yes.
But because he's basically an angry man, he's intolerant and unhappy, and he's very happy playing characters with scripts. Okay? We work well because I'm the people person and he does the scripts. That's how we work. I do the rubbish and he does the written stuff.
Okay.
So we're like Simon and Garfunkel, except I think I'm Garfunkel, so I got to rework this. Yeah.
No, he doesn't do stand-up, right? He never does.
No.
any kind of stand-up.
He's too fat to begin with.
The stand-up?
And yeah. The
Right.
stand-up is a different. It's from a generation after ours. It's not for Kunal. It's not his thing. And I'm thinking Kunal doesn't like people. So he's that kind of comic.
But
So
I
you've
think
got Larry David. He's going to be Larry
No,
David.
but I think stand-ups don't necessarily need to like people.
No, but
There's a lot
they
of-
like performing. They want that
want the-
feedback,
yeah,
validation
right,
from
right.
the crowd. You know,
Right.
Kunal he's shy. He hates people. He should have been a right-wing party sympathizer, but in another country.
Okay.
Because here he doesn't agree with the right-wing either. So he's more right-wing than them. That's the problem. He's a sick man.
Yeah, okay.
He needs help. All kinds. Jason, can you say something? We're talking about a friend of mine who's terrible. So this question doesn't apply to you. But did you ever think of stand-up? Because you've done a lot of things. And you come from an artistic family, so I'm thinking that's left. Comedy. What do you think?
I think I'm a funny person. But I don't think...
I've laughed myself shitless
Okay.
for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
That's left, huh? That's one to go.
left.
Okay. I have no idea what the context of this is, but I'll just nod on and move on. Okay, so the next question is from Abraham Verghese, who's actually a pretty regular listener of
There
ours.
was Abraham Verghese from my past, but it's a pretty common Malayalam name. So
Verghese.
Malayali name. So both Abraham and Verghese. So it's like I don't know. It's a tough one. Amit Sharma, Amit Verma. These names are all Sandeep Kumar. I mean, you can't be certain ever. Like if somebody calls you Sandeep Kumar, you just tell your parents, please put something else in the name, like Blue. So Sandeep Blue Kumar. Then we know that this is the special
this
guy.
is the right one, yeah. No, that makes sense. All right, so Abraham is asking if we should start having anti-stalking disclaimers placed in Bollywood movies from now on. After all, standing up for the national anthem is compulsory. So what about anti-stalking PSAs by the government?
I get his satire and I agree with him. Yes, young man. What do you think about being asked to stand up in? We'll take the stalking question. I'm more interested in this national anthem debate. So,
You're more interested in the national anthem?
what do you feel about being forced to stand up or being asked to stand up? Well, you're forced, I suppose.
Forced. It's forced.
If you don't, there's
stand
trouble.
up, somebody's going to smack you.
What if you're wheelchair bound?
I used to like the idea. I don't like it anymore because when I see people around me, the way they behave, it's one place
It's the force.
in the dark.
Yeah.
In force, where you are actually making fun of your own country, in a way, and you're kind of insulting your own.
I don't know. I know you lost me, Jason. So are you for or against?
I'm kind of against.
but he's against from the opposite perspective. He's against because he thinks people are disrespecting the national
anthem. What you're saying is that they're doing it from an insincere point of view. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it should come from within.
Just me. The elders are going to talk now. Can you just look away? I'm scared now. I'm really scared. This guy's much worse than us. Okay, fair enough.
No, that's actually an interesting point of view.
But coming back to the stalking question, what is your view on stalkers? And with this internet, the digital footprint being available, you can sort of find celebrities, you can bother them, you can actually get in touch with them very easily if you really want to. So not like the old days when there was one landline and one watchman would stop you. Now it's a little bit easier. What do you think about this whole stalking thing? That's it's like a growing menace, not for everyone, but
Well, I think while that's true and while you're not wrong about that, I think that there is an issue of that's come through play.
There's a question of for women in general, men also. People can harass you a lot.
The harassment's a big problem.
So whether it leads to molestation or just harassing, as he's been harassed as a young man. So I'm just thinking that you just told us they used to bully you a little bit.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah. So it becomes easier to do that with the internet, because you can go on irritating people, you can go on sending messages to people, you can get other people to join in, and you can just target a person. It just becomes fun without malice sometimes, and before you know it, you've destroyed somebody's self-esteem.
There is malice to this, right? I mean,
for one person, but I'm saying it becomes like a group effort. We all say, Amit Doshi is a gorilla. So we'll all start writing it.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, one person says that to you, that's one thing. But when you start getting messages like that from 150 people at that point in time, it's a little kind of this.
I think we've taken half an hour to answer this stalking question.
But actually, the thing is, I think we've gone into a different direction from what the question is actually about.
Which was?
I think the question has to do with how stalking is presented as like a normal activity
like
in
an
Bollywood.
Activity, endorsed by Bollywood.
Wow.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you've been told that you call a girl an object of something. I mean, you call her an object, like Tandoori and all of the songs, and you tell her you're gonna stalk a girl. For the end of the day, she's gonna say no throughout the movie, and at the end of the movie, the hero takes the heroine.
So the no is yes, actually.
So that's why that's what you.
In the old days, the husband used to slap the wife, and that was okay too. There'd be shots of him slapping the wife. There'd be
she's spinning around the house.
She's spinning around, but she has done something wrong. There's a reason for it.
So consent is something that we don't teach consent in Bollywood, and that's something that I really don't like.
My point is, what kind of moron follows films for his philosophy in life?
A lot of morons.
That's just wrong.
That's half
moronic, no question.
You can't go to a movie and say, now that's my mantra for the rest of my life.
Listen, I don't deny that is moronic beyond belief. But
because the first film I saw was Main Aur Mera Hathi. And I'm thinking, if that was going to be the film that made my life, I don't know,
Then, Cyrus, I really believe it's because we are from the industry. People who are not from the industry, the audience especially, you have a lot of people who believe if they wear the scarf and they go out and they treat the world, or if they approach somebody, they're going to be that. Because for them, they actually believe they're Akshay Kumar or Shah Rukh Khan or Sanjay Dutt or Amitabh Bachchan for that moment. And because for them, a lot of these actors are like God.
Right.
So they start like worshipping them for real life. Even still today,
they do.
we have people standing outside Amitabh Bachchan just for him to wave his hand.
When will they realize that actors are
respect.
false gods and podcast hosts are the real gods? When is this
what
world going to wake up to the truth?
That is what I'm saying.
And they need to wear makeup, if that makes any sense.
And wear makeup on audio mediums as well, just for practice.
All right. Last question. Simple yes or no.
Yeah.
Pineapple is a pizza topping.
Not for me.
Disgusting. That's really disgusting.
Yeah, I would have to fall on the same line of things.
I don't think, I mean, I love America, but they got to stop some things. Yeah. And Trump is second. Pineapple is first. First pineapple.
I have a pear.
Then orange.
I have an apple. Have you heard that song?
I have.
Oh, wait. Pineapple.
Yeah. There are some bad songs out there as well. That's a podcast for another day. Jason Arland, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Beyond Pod, any of the podcasting apps, please, we beg you, we need you. If you have any questions, write to us online, and you can mail us as well. We will answer. We have a doctor in the house called May.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Hey man, just help me out, man. I need some podcasts, man. I haven't had a fix in a week. Just need some.
Don't you worry about it. I got podcasts galore for you, man. Just go to ivmpodcast.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna check it out.